No one expected it. Fernando Alonso charging to the podium at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Fans worldwide went wild. Out of nowhere, Aston Martin stole the show and scored a top 3 finish. During winter, Aston Martin was totally under the radar, but in just a few months they went from 7th place to arguably having the second fastest race car. And we all know how hard it is to climb the ranks in F1, but let's give credit where credit's due. Aston Martin's sudden leap forward caught the attention of its rivals. Nevertheless, Aston Martin's success is a valuable lesson in the elements needed for F1 success. Now, some undeniable factors helped Aston Martin perform beyond expectations this year. First up, to protect the other teams from collapsing under the pressure of out-of-control spending, F1 introduced a cost cap. The cost cap helps to level the playing field. As a result, the top teams can't spend heavily on expensive car developments and staffing levels. They have to trim down their spending. But guess who's been enjoying this new rule? Aston Martin. They've been operating near the cost cap limit, sacrificing very little and even molding their organizations to suit the new restrictions adequately. According to technical director Dan Fellows, Aston Martin is one of those teams in the sweet spot area. As we approach the cost cap, we're in the fortunate position of being able to strengthen our team. We've been in a position to develop quite organically while staying inside the cost cap. From our point of view, that is probably a benefit, he revealed earlier this year. But what about infrastructure, and how has it helped Aston Martin's success this year? You see, last year, Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes left their rivals in the dust. But why? Well, it's all because of their infrastructure legacy. These F1 teams had their facilities game on point, and it showed on the track. Thankfully, Aston Martin realized they needed to step up their game if they wanted to keep up with the top teams. Upon this discovery, they got to work. They are building a shiny new factory, sim and wind tunnel. All are in the process of being completed. But there is more to Aston Martin's recent success than you can imagine. Ever since Lawrence Stroll took the reins at Aston Martin, he's been on a mission to chase the best of everything. So he has been aggressively scouting and hiring top-notch staff to propel his team to the top of Formula One. He's assembled a team of experts who know exactly what it takes to be successful. But as you can imagine, all of the infrastructure and staff in the world would mean nothing if the team doesn't have the right attitude, right? Thankfully, this is something Stroll and his team don't take for granted. They're willing to take risks, think outside the box, and even learn from their competitors. When they realized they started 2022 with the wrong car concept, they looked to Red Bull's downwash design as inspiration. The team switched to the Red Bull solution from the Spanish Grand Prix, adding its own style too. Now let's talk about one of the major reasons that have been helping the Aston Martin F1 team, Fernando Alonso. Yes, you heard that right. Ever since he agreed on a contract and joined the team, Aston Martin has been making waves. It is no surprise that even James VOWLES, the new Williams team boss, spoke highly of him. According to VOWLES, Alonso's impact has been so immense that it's the first thing he points to when explaining Aston Martin's meteoric rise in 2023. Well, it's not hard to see why. Having someone like Alonso on your team is so inspiring and welcoming. You just know that he's going to give it his all every time he hits the track. And that kind of passion and drive is infectious. The entire Aston Martin staff is fired up and ready to go that extra mile, knowing that there's a real chance for greatness with Alonso leading the charge. But let's not forget that it's not just one thing that's making Aston Martin soar higher than expected. It has been a combination of all the factors involved which have helped the team. Alonso himself pointed it out after Bahrain. The team has done nothing that other competitors couldn't have pursued too. The prospects are there for every other team, but I think you need to have Lawrence Stroll's vision and desire, or our leadership and management. But it appears that only Aston Martin will stop at nothing to succeed. I'm so honored to work for this organization, the F1 driver said. Alonso has recently revealed that everyone should get ready because there is more to come from Aston Martin. What do you think about Aston Martin's recent success? Share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.